Welcome everybody to the very first episode of the 7-4 Sports Show. I'm your host today, Eric, and as always, I'm joined by my younger half, Bob, and our all-time great friend, Rob. We got a great show lined up for you today. We got NFL running backs. We got a lot to talk about there. We're going to be switching gears to quarterbacks with the new Netflix series, and of course, Bob's favorite, the weekly finds. We're bringing Marshawn on the show. So stay tuned, lace him up, strap him up, tie him up, do what it is you got to do to get yourself ready for the first episode of the 7-4 Sports Show. Let's go.
Yeah! We back!
What's going on, everybody? Thank you for tuning in to the first episode of the 7-4 Sports Show. As mentioned in the weird introduction, I'm your host, Eric, and I am joined today by the man who is going to be joining us probably the most. Rob, no offense, but you're a busy guy on the clock.
I am.
Working man.
Hey.
Working man.
Husband.
Working
Father.
Man. Husband. Father.
Yeah, all the above.
Anything else?
Anything else? Jack of all trades. Part-time tree stump.
Yeah.
I mean, just
he's still got a losing record against me in golf when we play for money, though.
Really?
And a losing record whenever I'm on your team.
Before we get to the banter, these folks need to know exactly who the people are. So obviously we're joined by Rob Canner.
Yep.
Rob, you're not going to be joining us very frequently, or you're going to be joining us frequently, but maybe not all the time.
Yeah.
Maybe
not every episode.
Maybe not
as
every
much
episode,
as I can.
but
yeah.
98% of the
Hopefully,
time.
yeah, 99.
You're going to be with us.
Right.
Yes, and then
Going to just round up, yeah.
shifting back here to the younger half here. My younger brother, I won't say little brother.
Smaller
but
now.
Smaller now.
Yeah.
But as Ryan Reynolds from, I believe it was Just Friends once said, you'll always be fat to me, Bob.
Yeah.
You'll always be fat to me.
Yep.
But Bob, obviously, this is something that we've talked a lot about, so for quite some time. So
Yeah, very excited to start doing it.
yeah, man, and Rob, we're happy that you could be a part of it as well.
Absolutely.
The
Love
pilot episode.
Just three guys. Just three guys here in a basement. Bob's ready to bash Rob on golf.
Yeah, all the above.
Anything sports related.
Yeah.
Anything. I mean, I hope you're here for all of it. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things, man. Bob, what are some of the things you're looking forward to discussing on the air here, man?
Are we talking about today, or are we talking about all the time?
Just we got to inform the people what we're going to be talking about, what the show's about.
Oh,
Who
absolutely.
are
I mean,
we?
we're going to be talking about the NFL.
Yeah, NFL.
We're going to be talking any sports that you can think of other than probably tennis.
Yeah.
Well, you don't like some tennis, Bob?
I can tell, Rob, I am not the...
I'm only saying that because I don't either.
Rob bets on tennis, okay? He's a degenerate.
No,
Don't
Brittany
you-
bets on tennis.
Don't
That's
you even?
reckless.
No.
That is reckless.
That's
Yeah,
reckless.
that is reckless.
Yeah.
I've not ever bet on tennis.
But I will say we will be
Brittany
talking
has bet
about
on
a little bit of sports betting.
Okay.
Nothing
Okay.
crazy, just
Yeah,
some of
for a
Rob's
while.
bad beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His bad takes,
Right.
his bad beats, anything bad from Rob we'll talk about.
Anything tennis then. Anything.
Yeah, anything tennis is a loss. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Not tennis, but
Yeah.
no tennis.
Yeah. But yeah, that's we got NFL coming.
Yep, we got-
we're sports gambling or betting, I should say.
Yeah. We'll dabble in the NBA, Rob.
Yeah.
We're gonna touch on NBA some.
Some MLB, I want some
Yes.
balls from that,
Yeah.
my kids, yeah.
Yes, Rob
Ellie
can-
De La Cruz and the
Rob
Cincinnati
can
Reds.
teach me a
they're
thing or
making a
two
run.
about the baseball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played
Well,
baseball.
Rob's here to culture you on baseball, the great American pastime,
Right.
but also tennis. Also-
I don't need the culture in tennis. I don't need that.
Okay, well we're gonna need
I'm
someone.
fine with not.
We're gonna need someone to come on and talk to us about tennis, man.
No.
To get us involved. If you got some knowledge in tennis, but also sports cards, NFL, NBA, come on,
Yeah.
There was
come
a pretty
on.
big
We'll give you
tennis
your
upset.
10 minutes. There
was
was
that?
at Wimbledon.
Yeah.
Djokovic went
Yeah,
down in the
Djo-
finals.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
lost to some.
Nikolai?
Yeah.
Or that's Jokic?
That's
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
I
God.
thought
We're talking Novak.
Yeah,
Novak,
not
Djokovic.
Federer and not Rafael Nadal.
Yes.
Yeah, there
That's
we
the
go.
way I remember it.
Yeah, there we go.
And that is my tennis knowledge.
And Serena Williams, right?
Sure. Yeah.
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 Bubba noticed she also has a sister.
Yes,
It's about the
yes.
extent.
Okay.
More scientific, that's
Yeah.
more
We are growing in the tennis department. We've just
We've talked
we've
about
not-
more tennis
yeah,
than
we're
what I
not.
thought we would talk
We're
about this episode.
For probably the whole year. So you're
Yeah, don't get
welcome,
used
right?
to it, please.
Yeah. But that's obviously some of what Bub's like in the discussions to be on. So Rob, I know you're ready to discuss a lot of different things as well.
Absolutely.
So enlighten us. What are you looking forward to?
I'm ready for
All of it.
NFL. I'm ready for the Cowboys to lose another first round playoff game this year.
You got her making the playoffs, do you?
Yeah.
First, you already hear from Rob.
I will say I've already made a bet with a fellow friend
Oh.
on overall interception.
Trayvon Diggs on.
No. Dak Prescott,
Okay.
Wow.
including the playoffs if they get there.
Okay.
Obviously, they're going to get there.
I want to hear.
10 over under 10
Can I bet you as well?
because I took
Can I
the
bet you as
under
well?
obviously because he wanted the over. Yeah. A little 20 spot.
Yeah, I'll bet you 20. He throws it over 10.
I'll make it better. A blaster of your choice.
Oh.
All right.
We love cards,
All right.
so
Yeah.
blaster of your choice.
All right.
Oh, we got our first.
Bet.
You're taking over 10.
I'm taking over 10. You're taking
All right.
under 10
I'm
or
taking
10?
Under 10. Under 10.
All right, and then 10's a wash.
10's a wash.
10's, we got
Wow.
10. We both buy a blaster. If that happens.
Oh, I like it.
If that's
I like
10,
it.
we both buy a blaster.
Wow,
I'm
it's
in.
getting
I'm in.
spicy.
I'm
It's
in.
getting
And there's
spicy.
our degenerate.
All right. Okay.
He had to play at least 14 games. That was also
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right. We'll draw up a contract. I'll have you both sign it, and
Yeah.
we'll get it on
Bottom
here.
line. There
Yeah,
we
we'll
go.
get it on here for
Yes.
everyone to see here. We'll just put it on the Facebook page. We'll have you
That
sign
works.
it, post it to the Facebook page. That way everyone's on the same page.
Yeah.
Declaration.
And, I think that's the best way to do it. But no, we got to get back on topic here, man. We got a lot to discuss. So let's just get right into it. NFL running backs.
Yeah.
What an interesting time to be an NFL running back.
They're dropping like flies.
Man, it's crazy what's going on in the world. I know you and Bub,
I'm excited to hear Rob's thoughts on this.
Man.
Rob, I would love
It's
for
the
you
floor
to-
Rob's.
I would love to
Hey,
hear
Rob,
the
so
floor
I had a
Rob's
little
first.
stat here I found,
Okay.
and I wanted to see if you guys thought it was interesting.
Yeah.
So the average salary for
Yep.
an NFL running back in 2023 is $1.81 million.
Okay.
The average salary for an NFL kicker in 2023 is $2.26 million. Do you think that is a fair?
Interesting.
I will
Interesting.
bet you, and I think that is misleading because it does not include the running backs that are currently holding out on their contract.
But it also, I feel like there's probably a lot more running backs in the league overall.
Well, there is
Backups
there
and
is
things like
about
that.
100.
Correct.
There's about 150 running backs, whereas there are only about 30 to 50 kickers in the NFL.
At least 32. I would
Yeah,
say.
at least 32, and then your strays.
It's a safe bet.
Yeah, that's a good bet, Rob.
It's a safe bet.
You want to bet a blaster on that?
Oh.
Bet.
Uh,
Although,
So-
when you're gambling, it doesn't feel like it, though, does it? It
No,
feels
no,
like
you're
that
just
one
sweating
team
it.
you're down.
They're gonna let the Browns go
Sunday
or
night
something.
football. Sunday night
Yeah.
football. There's an NFC East team missing 3 field goals for
Yeah,
no
no
reason.
doubt.
For no reason.
But,
They're usually
but I
blue
will
and
say,
silver.
I think that is a little misleading, but I think it still is, even if those guys aren't signed. I think that's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
Really? So, my thought was, because Najee Harris retweeted that.
Yeah.
Said you gotta, this has to open your eyes or something like along those lines.
Sure.
And I commented on it and I said, can you kick a 60-yard field goal to win the game? You know, because could he?
Could Najee?
Yeah, could Najee?
I doubt it.
That's what I'm saying.
I doubt
I
it,
feel
man.
like it's
He's a dude. He's a dude, but I don't think so.
Exactly. So I feel like, kickers should be paid pretty
Yeah.
well, and I get that that's probably skewed as far as the running backs because there are so much more running backs than there are kickers.
Sure.
But yeah, I feel like it's not a bad take. I don't think running backs. How many? What's a good running back that sets themselves apart from anybody else in the league? You guys got
Christian
one
McCaffrey.
right now? He's getting paid though, like
Yeah.
paid.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs led the league in rushing. He's holding out.
But man, I don't know.
I mean, Derrick Henry, I don't think right now Derrick Henry, but I mean, as far as
That
somebody
type
that
of-
set
that
themselves
caliber.
apart, and Derrick Henry
Yeah.
never got the contract.
Yeah.
I don't think So my problem with the running backs kind of getting lowballed on their contracts, or not getting the extension is it just because it's way too long on their initial rookie deal, those contracts? Do you have to do something? Maybe cut the contract shorter for running backs on their rookie deal. That way they can get paid a little earlier.
Is it 5 year?
First round, everybody gets the same contract length, I believe. All that changes is the money.
Okay. That's possible.
Do running backs maybe have their contract length shortened for their rookie contracts? That would be something to help them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, or is it just we're not going to pay you because we'll have somebody that'll do it for half of that?
Well, and that's the thing. That's kind of
just as good as a job.
Right. That's kind of the trend right now in the NFL is just recycling running backs.
Yeah.
It's draft a running back and then just kind of play his rookie contract, draft another running back.
Yeah, and I think from the coaching perspective, with my past, that's where I look. What's the role of the running back in today's league? And it has shifted. You don't need those guys that can pound the ball 25, 30 times a game anymore.
You don't need that bust.
That's not news to anybody, though, right? Like, we haven't needed those guys in the league for 5, maybe 10 years.
Yeah.
You've got to be dynamic. You've got to be able to get out in space and create. And if you can't do that, then you've got to be great between the tackles and be able to block.
Right.
You've got to be able to provide protection in the pocket for your quarterback. And we're just seeing so many more of those guys, man.
Yeah.
Because the running back position has become so dynamic and athletic.
Right.
And all of these other offenses, collegiately, high school-wise, these guys are getting to do it for so long.
Yeah.
That's just the game. That's the nature of the game, I think. I think we're seeing less value in the running back position. The other part of me also, like you guys, what statistics are considered in this study? What positions, how many, that type of thing. But that's no fun to talk about, so I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about, are running backs undervalued? Are they underutilized? What is their role? I mean, what do you guys think? I mean, what are your take on just running backs in general, man?
I feel like there once was, you had one running back and he did it all, and now they're understanding that they can put 2 people there, and
Yeah, you're going to run a hybrid system.
Exactly.
Okay. Keeping on point with that, though, is that systematic change? Because that sounds personnel, right? There was one running back that could do it all. I see a lot of guys, though, that can. Dalvin Cook, you're not going to tell me that Dalvin Cook should be on the field three plays, 3 downs.
Yeah.
He should be.
For sure.
Now, I'm not saying Dalvin Cook next year, but when those guys in those primes and that type of thing.
Yeah.
But, so systemically, is that the shift we're seeing? So, I mean, that's where I'm coming from, I guess, to rebuttal your point. I'm going to let you have the floor again.
I would say it probably is because the involvement of the NFL's, going from running or, pack everything in, run.
Yeah,
just spread it all out.
Total evolution of the game. Yeah.
If your back don't have hands,
Yeah.
he's probably not going to be a starting running back in the NFL.
Right.
But with that evolution, right, comes the implementation of the zone offense, right?
Yeah.
Where it relies heavily on the running back making the right decisions.
Sure.
So do they get more responsibility from that? Because then they also have to sit in there as a pass blocker.
So let's look at it this way then. If you're building a team, do you want a 2-down back or a 3-down back?
Man, I'm an old school guy. I want that guy that is just a dog and is going to, first down, second down, third down. They're
So
right
kind of like a run heavy 3-down back.
Absolutely.
So Najee
Bingo.
type guy.
Najee. I mean,
Bingo.
Bingo.
Bring back the
Harpo,
Maryland Eye too,
I'm
huh?
all over the place. Yeah, definitely a Najee or as a favorite, Zeke. I feel like he's definitely a 3-down back for sure.
Yeah. At least in that moment.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Bub, what are you going with, man?
I gotta lean more towards the hybrid system, honestly.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that I don't think running backs should get what they deserve or what I think they should get. So I really like the use of 2 running backs.
Yeah.
But the market to pay 2 running backs is just not there right now.
Yeah.
Sure.
But I think it could be eventually.
How does that work? How do you land 2 effective backs and keep them?
And pay them equally.
Because that's when I say keep them, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Playing time, keep them happy. Contracts, keep them happy.
Well, I think there's
it's
a lot
doable.
I think there's a lot of
doable.
teams in the NFL right now that aren't really paying tight ends.
Okay.
There's really only 2 tight ends in the league, Kelsey and Mark Andrews, in my opinion, then it's a significant drop off to like Waller.
Right.
Probably the 3. But I think that's a position you kind of look and take away from because you're not always going to find a Kelsey or a Mark Andrews, as you can see.
Sure. Right.
So,
Sure.
I think the NFL will naturally, evolve and kind of increase their pay.
Yeah.
Maybe pay running backs more incentive-based stuff, even though they don't really want that. They want the guaranteed money.
Right.
There could be kind of a separate pay for them.
Yeah.
There's a few options that I was seeing on Twitter
Yeah.
that I thought were good ideas kind of on paper. I would like to see them
Yeah.
kind of further down the road.
I mean, as of right now, are they like really getting? Are they underpaid that much to like cause an issue? Like, is it that big of an issue? I mean, because your top guys are getting paid. Your McCaffreys, you know what I mean?
Right.
People like that, they're getting paid.
But they're not though because Josh Jacobs didn't sign his contract and he was the leading rusher last year. So is he getting paid? Are they getting
I mean,
paid?
but we don't know what's going on there. That could be something.
Exactly, and that's-
personal or-
Well, what about
I would
Derrick
like-
Henry? I mean, that's about as performing as you can.
Yeah,
perform
Derrick
for
Henry has
money.
been
Yeah.
carrying that team. Another noticeable one that I really wanted to kind of harp on was Saquon. That's kind of been
Yeah.
the biggest
Yeah,
reason we're
that's
talking
reason,
about
exactly.
this. He's
Been the Giants.
He's the best player on their offense, and you're telling me you can't afford to pay him? What are you worried about paying?
He's been the Giants for what, 3-4 years now? I
Yeah,
guess?
I mean, I get it. He's injury prone. He is. But he's a freak athlete.
Right.
I'm sorry. Daniel Jones is not the face of that franchise.
No, I don't think.
But because they know he is injury prone, I mean, is the organization's thoughts like, hey, we can keep him for first down and second down maybe, and then we'll pay another running back to do the rest?
Can I tell you what I'm doing? I'm going to say Daniel Jones is the face of their franchise. I'm not saying he's Eli Manning, but with an injury-prone running back and a quarterback that I have been able to at least rely on,
Yeah.
and an up-and-coming receiving core,
Right.
I'm skeptical to pay.
But
pay
what
him
are
back.
you? What are
And
you?
I love Saquon.
Yeah.
He's probably the most talented back in the league.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone questions
The
that.
thing is the Giants are set up to pay Saquon this year. What are you worried about paying in the next 3 years?
In the next 3 years, probably nothing.
That's kind of the biggest harm.
Probably
is-
nothing, but I'm saying if I'm looking at it from a perspective of I know that my quarterback,
Yeah.
if I'm committing, I'm not saying that's the right decision, but
Yeah.
if I am
Right.
committing, this is my vision.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you choose Daniel Jones over Saquon, but I think
Yeah.
that's the vision that they're going
Right.
with.
Right.
Which again leads us back to the role of the running back versus some of these other athletes that
Right.
we're seeing, man. I mean,
So let me bring another running back then, Josh Jacobs,
Sure.
leading rusher.
absolutely.
Derek Carr's out. He's went to the Saints.
Mhm.
Who are they worried about paying? Devontae Adams is the only one really. They brought in Jimmy G, I believe.
Yeah.
Jimmy G's there.
He's kind of got to prove it.
Yeah.
Right.
That's
Uh,
kind of been his thing, though. I mean, he got there once.
He
He
does
got
prove
there
it.
once.
I mean, history shows he does prove it a little bit, anyways.
Yeah, but
I need more from Jimmy G, man.
Yeah.
I need
No.
more from Jimmy G.
yeah,
I'm not sold on Jimmy G.
he has not proved it.
He's
They
not
didn't-
even Alex Smith.
They didn't draft a quarterback, did they?
Who's that?
I don't believe so.
Raiders.
No,
I don't think so. At least not off the rip. I don't think.
unless no,
I don't think they did either.
We'll check.
no
Yeah.
Panthers,
We'll Google it.
Panthers, Texans,
Of the notable quarterbacks,
Colts.
right? Sure.
Yeah.
Right.
Panthers, Texans, Colts, and then
Titans.
wherever Levi's went.
Titans.
Who's the Titans?
Bryce Love.
No.
I'm thinking last year. I'm thinking Malik.
Malik Willis. Yeah, trust me. Oh, I won't forget that name. I have so many of his rookie cards. Though.
I know. Hey, if he pops off though.
Yeah, well, if a frog had wings.
Yeah, I've been told that a time or two.
I thought the Titans did have another quarterback. I thought they invested in another quarterback this offseason.
Maybe they did get Levi's. I think they did. I think the Titans went Will Levi. Second
Yeah.
round.
Yeah.
Is it Levis?
Levis, Levi's, whatever it
Levis.
is.
I'm trying to get it right now.
I think it's Levi's. Do you like the jeans?
I think it's Levis.
Me too. I thought it was Levis as well.
It sounds more.
Don't matter what
It sounds
you think.
more quarterback.
It
if
don't
you'd ask
matter
me.
what you know, it's what you
You want to pass
prefer.
coming from Levis?
It doesn't matter, it's not worse than Pickett.
Levi's intercepted, Pickett intercepted.
Yeah, oh,
You know,
Pickett.
you know, I mean, I guess Pickett intercepted, yeah, that makes sense.
But back to the running backs. I think they are getting lowballed.
Yeah.
Just, I think, overall, I think they do deserve to be paid more.
Yeah.
That being said, I'm also one of the biggest people that say Mixon should take a pay cut over
Yeah.
be gone. And
Yeah.
he did take a pay cut.
He did.
But they're not spending that money on another running back. They're preparing for upcoming payments, and Mixon kind of had to.
What are they looking to spend on?
Oh, I mean,
Cincinnati?
Joe's contract. Yeah, I mean, they're going to be spending it on Joe's contract probably. T. Higgins needs to resign.
So a quarterback and receivers. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, once again, chicken or the egg, boys and girls.
Yeah, really.
You know. But obviously, Cincinnati has
Cincinnati
aligned
is a
itself
different
since the
beast,
beginning
yeah.
to do that. You
Yes.
know, poking fun
You
at
knew
that.
what they
but-
were doing when
But
they drafted
correct,
Joe.
Yeah.
correct. But you know, again, evolution of the game, roll up the running back
Yep.
is shifting. Don't think there's any question there. Another thing that is shifting as well is this topic. We got to talk quarterbacks too, man. They got to show these quarterbacks some love.
Yeah.
The new Netflix series, man. Quarterback, which I know you're super excited to talk
I
about.
binged it, man. The 8 episodes.
I figured
just
you
binged
would.
it.
Yeah, have you seen it yet?
No, I've seen reviews.
Okay.
Um,
Are we getting a review today?
I'll absolutely give you my review.
Okay. Are you giving us spoilers?
I'll try to refrain from giving any spoilers.
Okay.
As much
No
as possible.
spoilers
No
on
spoilers.
quarterback. You can
No
continue
spoilers.
watching.
I mean, yeah.
Next week we'll dive into it more.
There
Maybe
we go.
we'll give him a little
There we go.
warning.
I will say I'll give some pointers. I'm pretty sure Atlanta did Mariota dirty.
Oh,
That's kind of what I've heard.
Dirty.
So
okay.
And-
Okay, well, let's go ahead, dive in, Rob.
Oh, that's what I thought.
Give
I'm
us
here
the
all
tea.
day.
Give us the tea, Rob.
So the week that this is what we all don't see. So the episode
Is
is
this
about.
what you're doing when we're at work all day?
Well,
Be
no, I
honest.
work during the day.
Be honest.
This is late at night, staying up.
no, it's not. It's during work.
No, it ain't during work. I'm doing
Rob
work.
should be selling cars.
I'm selling minis of cars.
Are you?
So
You actually, you got one today, right?
I did get one
Yeah,
today.
there we
I
go.
did get one
There we
today,
go. It's a
yeah.
little
What'd you
bit.
sell?
There we go.
That's
What'd you
fine.
sell, okay?
I sold a 2019 Dodge Ram. I don't think they go Dodge anymore. It's just Ram.
Now you're a Ram fan,
You're a
aren't
Ram
you?
fan.
Yeah.
Wow.
I am. I do
Wow.
that.
Didn't you sell him a Ram?
Well, that was a time ago. That was
It
a
was
time
a time ago.
But yeah, Rob got you one today. So
Yeah,
there we
yeah.
go.
But anyways, back to the
sorry.
quarterback. So we had Pat Mahomes,
Yeah, okay.
Kirk Cousins. I'll give you my thought on him. Absolute dog.
I
Man,
do
he
have a
is-
thought on him.
He's a bro.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
Yeah.
And then Mariota, obviously.
Okay.
I dove into there.
Okay.
But yeah, what I think Atlanta did him wrong. So what we all didn't see, because this documentary is just a background,
Yeah.
behind the scenes. See how they live, the injuries they go through, things like that.
Right.
And during the season, they had benched Mariota.
Yeah.
With who was I can't remember their
Desmond
Ritter.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's
Desmond Ritter.
Yeah,
yep.
rookie.
Definitely. So they replaced him with Ritter, and then during that week they replaced him. He had a kid, so he wasn't there because he had a child. And when he returned, the day after he had a newborn, they said they were going another way. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm telling you, if you gotta watch it because I'm pretty sure they did him dirty.
That is
And
very
then
dirty.
so he didn't show up for like the remainder of the season. He didn't go with the team, nothing, wouldn't have knee surgery. He didn't necessarily need at the time in case he wanted to play backup.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely dive into it. I won't go any more into
Wow.
it, but yeah, I
Wow.
think they did him dirty for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you've got some Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, well, from what I've heard, he did a lot. He played through a lot of stuff,
A lot of stuff.
and he seems like a really good leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
Something I did not expect from Kirk Cousins.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's definitely he's a cool guy. Definitely
So, when
a friend you would want to hang out with, dude.
I was one of the very few people. I'm not one of these guys. I was one of the few people on board with pay Kirk Cousins in Washington.
Yeah,
I was one of the few.
get him out.
Just because of the guy's fire. He got trolled.
Right.
Meaned for the,
Yep.
you like that? You
Yeah.
like that? And I thought to
Creepy.
myself,
They dived
oh
into
my
it.
gosh.
They dived
That
into
is
that.
like, he had this look in his eye, man. The guy was like, give me that guy, dude.
Yeah.
I want that guy.
Yeah.
And he just continued to perform. I don't know what it was, man. There's just no one wanted to pay. It was, he
It's
didn't do
Michigan
anything
State.
flashy. He didn't do anything incredible.
Yeah.
And then he goes on here, and this is what caught my attention with the series. I see Kirk Cousins post this picture, And I don't know if you saw the photo, and it's Netflix series quarterback, and it's Kirk Cousins with his back turned, fire, shooting. I mean, and I'm just looking at it going, wait a second, there's a documentary on Kirk Cousins on
Yeah,
Netflix.
right. Hey.
I'm missing something.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I was
Right?
thinking.
I'm
And then once
missing
I started to
something.
dive into it,
Right. So
makes sense.
I have yet to dive into this.
Yeah, you got to.
I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm glad that I'm getting to hear you
said
guys
8
talk about
episodes?
it. Man.
8 episodes. It follows the whole 2022 season. So
Yeah.
whenever Mahomes won the Super Bowl. and
Yeah,
stuff.
not
Yeah.
excited for that part of it.
Oh man, but it's so funny because there's one clip I was like, man, Bub's gonna love that,
Yeah.
and they're standing in coming out of the tunnel at Bengal Stadium,
Yeah.
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 and people are hollering, "You're 0-2, you're 0-2." Oh
Yes,
man,
we were
he's
at
just,
that game.
He's just smiling ear to ear, man.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's
That
funny.
was-
he
that was a
also
great
he
game.
also he went through a lot, but he also I kind of feel like this might be a touchy subject, but played his injuries a little bit. Like made people think, oh man,
Yeah.
Jordan flu
Rob.
game or something.
Yeah, I mean-
Rob.
I can't. I'm biased, but
You know what I mean?
Okay, Bub, are you
I-
feeling the same way?
I thought that way when
Yeah.
the game was going on. But
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember somebody calling it out, and I'm like, yeah, that's
Okay.
kind of what he's doing.
Okay.
I mean, they go into
Yeah.
it because it is behind the scenes, so they're mic'd up through everything, so you hear some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, yeah, he said it was a high ankle sprain, but
Yeah.
I've had them.
But it may or may not have been.
You ain't got to
is what you're suggesting.
There's not one
Hang on.
high ankle.
Hang on, I need to know. It may not have been a high ankle sprain.
No,
is what
I'm
you're
saying it probably was, but I feel like he physically showed more emotion than he really needed to, and I don't know if it was for
He was
hype
playing
reasons
the
or-
injury.
Yeah, like
Okay.
Milking it.
milking it. There we go,
Okay.
milking it.
Okay.
But people talk about his girlfriend, and people have some views on how they feel about her. I thought she was kind of cool in the series.
Yeah.
There were some parts that was kind of like, I don't really want to see you.
Okay, so they dive into those aspects, like the relationships.
whole
and
lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So like just from so even like a sports fan that's just maybe more interested in the reality part of it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. See how they live day to
Yeah.
day, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
Kirk, where you guys were talking about Kirk and what
Yeah.
you like and things
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah.
and everything he wears, and it's funny because they're very religious people, him and his wife,
Yeah.
and she dresses him. He doesn't. She lays it out for him.
Honestly,
and so
I don't blame the man. I don't blame him. I would have the same thing.
That happens.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm watching this with Kendall. Man.
That seems like awesome
Sure.
life.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Just lay my clothes out. I really don't care what I
Yeah.
wear. I'll,
Yeah.
That's a
but
great
obviously-
woman. That's a great woman.
Yeah. Yeah. That's that. Yeah. That'd
Couldn't be
You'd
me.
be set. You'd be set. Yeah.
It couldn't be that woman, obviously. You're right off the top. It couldn't be you. But anyway.
Anyway. Well, hey. Let's go ahead and transition here to We're going to go ahead and transition to Are you guys? Did you get all of your quarterback discussion? Are we good?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're really.
Who was your
talking
favorite in the series? Who was your favorite?
Kirk Cousins, by
Yeah.
far.
Yeah.
By far, Kirk.
Yeah.
And then Patty and then Mariota.
Okay, Bud.
Really,
Who are you
it seems like the Mariota one is more interesting than the Patty.
He had interesting moments, I guess.
I do want to see the Patty where he does arrive in Cincinnati and
Right.
kind of that game because we were there. I want to kind of see it from
Yeah.
that part of
Yeah.
You mean
But
Patty,
for-
the Cincinnati daddy, right?
it. No,
I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just
Absolutely.
Oh, it's so funny.
Hey,
They
I might
I
not
can
want to
laugh.
watch it anymore.
My one comment, man, I can still get under his skin
Yeah.
after all
Yeah.
these years. That's great. Yeah. So who's if you're looking forward to the one the most? I mean, because you haven't seen.
I
it yet,
mean,
you're looking-
Mariota sounds cool now.
Yeah.
But I was hyped for Kirk, like
Yeah.
just from what I had read on social media.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, they had his game.
I think I'm rolling with Kirk as well.
Yeah.
The NFL, the game where he had the longest or biggest comeback was in 2022. So they
Yeah.
had that game, and that was pretty cool to watch.
Was that against the Colts?
Yes.
I thought
Yes.
so. Yeah, that game was
They were
crazy.
down. They were down like 40 points. Or
Yeah,
something.
it was. Yeah, that was like around
And
Thanksgiving.
it's
time.
crazy just to see their mindset.
Yeah.
Like,
I do want to see that.
And
I forgot about that. I do want to see that.
And that's probably why Kirk intrigues me the most, just
Yeah.
because mindset. You know, those are the guys that definitely get me.
Right.
Patty, when I think of Patty, I think of just sheer talent.
Right.
And then Mario, when I think of athleticism, man, and just kind of how that career hasn't shaped up the way that a lot of people thought maybe it would. So I'm interested to hear some of those aspects as well.
And Kirk's always just been kind of introverted among the quarterbacks in the NFL, and I think that's why we can relate to him a little more. Like he's just very us.
See, you say that, but something tells me he's probably pretty open in the
he's pretty open, but he is definitely.
You can tell he's reserved.
He's very reserved, but you see whenever he gets into it, and they start putting the chains on him, and the Kirk Cousins when they had.
Yeah. Oh my
chains,
God.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But he's definitely a people person that you really don't see on the field. That's why I said it goes behind the scenes, so you really get to see how they are as a human instead of what you see on the field.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Yeah. Super cool, man. Like I said, I'm super interested to see quarterbacks. The position I've always been intrigued by the most. That is one of those things that have actually kind of inspired some of my perspectives on, kind of where we, in a lot of our conversations on where we want to take this show and, what we want to do within some of those things. Again, sparked some, kind of who are those guys that for you, I guess, to kind of transition here before we get to the favorite segment, Bub's favorite segment, the weekly finds.
It's got to be somebody else's.
Who are, the weekly finds?
Yeah.
Is it yours? I don't really care for it. I'll do it because of Bub. But,
Anyway,
back to but those 740 guys, man. Some of those guys that come to mind for me, most of them were quarterbacks. So the people that kind of inspired these talks. For me, Joe Burrow's kind of like the mayor of 740 at this point. I don't think there's anyone that really. I'm sure there are individuals who are tired.
He's kind of the pinnacle.
Right. But he's kind of the mayor of 740. For me, growing up in Jackson, Jared Humphreys was like the guy, right? So like he was one of those, but like just other local people over the years, man, basketball wise. Dante Jackson was like a big hit locally. I think of basketball, I think of him and Bevo and Ryo and just some of those things. But I am interested. We haven't talked a ton on this, so I'm interested to hear some of those names. I mean, I know we're going to have a lot of. We had similar upbringings and backgrounds, so I'm sure a lot of those will be the same. But this will also hopefully open some good dialogue for some of the people who are listening to us to maybe give us some folks to kind of touch on.
Maybe people that we didn't know about.
From our area, from 740.
From before us,
Yeah, right here in our own backyards, because I know we're going to be a lot of 2000s, probably, maybe a little before, but who are some of those guys for you guys? Rob, who comes to mind for you?
Like you said, Humphreys, that.
I think that's going to be a big one for a lot of us, man. Yeah, just football, basketball, baseball.
Yeah, absolutely. I went to college for baseball.
Yeah, played college ball at Kent State, man. North-South MVP.
Yeah.
Just stupid what he accomplished just on Friday nights, man, was must-see. In Jackson,
Absolutely.
you had to go see
every game.
Every game, man. The nights they play like Guy Academy and just Wellston, Lance Phillips.
Right.
Just another unreal. Just like I remember thinking of Lance Phillips at the time. It's like Brock Lesnar.
Oh yeah, he was
like
massive.
High school football, right?
Massive.
Like I just remember Lance Phillips. I remember like that yellow rope. That went along the sidelines there at Wellston. I just remember Lance Phillips walking by. Like, oh my gosh! Like, the roll, the jersey.
Oh yeah,
you could see his collarbone. I'm like, oh my gosh!
Right.
Yeah, you can still see
him like
standing there.
And I'm like, Hump, I hope you're all right, dude. Good luck, dude.
He was a massive.
Those were such great games, and those things have inspired this. So I do want to take just a brief moment to touch on some of those guys. I know, like I said, Hump, and then I'm sure there's some other ones that come to mind.
I had my dad. He was.
We just talked about it.
Yeah, Rob.
My dad, Bob Canner. Yeah, he actually, he actually, was a very good baseball player and tried out for the Reds and things like that. And probably if he'd have stayed with it, been somewhere. But
Frog had wings.
Yeah,
definitely someone who's inspired. Come on,
absolutely.
He's talking about Rob. Man, I'm proud of you.
No, you're good.
I'm proud of you.
That's definitely one.
Hey, you get that, Rob.
Absolutely.
Bob can't let you have your.
That's cool.
Yeah, you won't hear me. I'm here to heckle Rob and heckle Rob
all the time. This is what it is.
Yep.
Get used to it, man. Rob, your dad. It is what it is, man. But obviously your dad's someone who's inspired you.
Yeah. He was definitely great at sports.
Yeah.
At least from what I hear. Anytime I go to a store in Jackson, I don't care if they don't know me. They tell me, "Hey, man, your dad was great at baseball." Like,
Yeah.
that's
Sounds like he
crazy.
hits some great bets too.
Yeah.
He does. I guess where I get some of my betting side.
There we go.
It's in the bloodline. I'll say that.
It's a
But,
shame you
With
didn't get
Vegas
his,
bets.
it's a shame you didn't get his approach at the plate thing. It
No,
sounds
you're
like
right.
me.
Yeah. I definitely didn't carry that trade on. Was the baseball ability, but
Yeah.
Or any athletic.
a little athletic here and there. I feel like you gotta be athletic.
I want to find the video of you
Come on, man.
missing
I
that
showed it to you,
interception.
man.
That's your glory moment, and you missed
I
it.
don't know about that.
Yeah.
but-
Other than your
I look
touchdown,
at it-
Aaron fumbling the ball, whatever.
You batted a pass down. Now we're off of this one now. Hang on. I look at it as you batted the ball down, right, Rob?
That's right. I guess.
He wasn't the one that tipped it.
Yeah, it's fourth down, I think.
Fourth down, turnover on downs.
You're right. He probably wasn't going to get very far after he caught it anyways. It's not like it made that much of a
But
difference.
which brings me back, because that was whenever I played North Carolina. This was a question I had for you guys, because you guys are kind of tied into more to the schools and things like that than I was. But I felt like there was a lot more recruiting when I was down there than there I see up here in high schools. Because down there, I wasn't nobody playing defensive tackle, and my coach was asking me, "Hey man, would you how do you feel about going to an all-Christian school?" and
Trying to
things like
push
that?"
you towards
Yeah,
college
towards
athletics.
that he could get me, a scholarship to as a private school kind of thing, and I was like, I don't know if that's gonna work out for me,
Sure.
but
But you at least had that avenue accessible.
right. And I
if
feel
you
like
wanted to
whenever
go
I
that
was
route.
at Jackson, there was even, I'm not saying myself or I was worthy of it, but other people that I thought were worthy of some type of scholarship. I feel like there just wasn't a connection between high school coach and other colleges to be looked at or kind of thing.
Well, I just think that locally that's something a lot of programs historically struggled with. I think
Yeah.
that those avenues are becoming more accessible in today's world for coaches. I
Right.
think that those connections are easier to make for coaches now.
Right.
I don't know, I don't know what role, back then kind of played into it. I think in today's world that's some of what I've seen. But back then, maybe you got anything to add on this? This might be interesting here.
I think it started to pick up around this area around
Probably
The
around that
2011 time.
honestly,
Yeah.
as our program shifted.
I know,
down
I
there
got-
here at Jackson.
my personal experience. I got pushed towards it a little bit.
Yeah, yeah,
I think a person who's really kind of taken it and done a great job with it around the area is Trevor Pendleton from
Yeah.
Huntington, the high school football coach. I think he's doing a lot of good for this area. He's hosting, what is it called, the Ironton Classic?
I'm not entirely sure on that game, but that's going to be a mega event. It's in
There'll be
August.
4 games at Ironton Tank Stadium.
Okay.
I know we're going to go up and watch all 4 of them.
Yes.
If I think it's 4, maybe 5. A team from Canada is playing, a well-known team from Canada.
Really?
So well-known, I can't remember the name. But there is a well-known team.
well
It's
known
Bishop-
where.
Will Bishop Sycamore be there?
Bishop Sycamore will not be there. If they are, we're going extremely early. We are getting autographs. We can take some of our Bishop Sycamore cards to there.
There we go. There we go. I've got one signed. I got a Bishop Sycamore rookie auto from May Taiteo's girl.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sick card.
She delivered it in person.
Yeah. Brought it to me. She dropped it off, but I know she exists.
Right.
Oh, that was
but-
that was a great one.
But
May
sorry,
Taiteo, yeah,
do
that
you
was
have
nice.
do you have anybody you'd like to add? I mean, 740. Who comes to mind, man? I know there's gonna be a few here.
I know a lot of people won't probably know, but Eric Davis and Doug Wood.
Man, I was hoping one of you guys would bring up
Yeah.
those types of games.
Personally, kind of 2 people I looked up to, especially.
Yep.
As a big guy in the
Yeah,
740.
especially the big guy. Was a lot bigger back then.
Yeah, you got the
Um,
opportunity to be coached by both, man.
Yeah, and pancakes by both. Eric Davis
Yeah,
humbled me one day
yeah.
as a freshman, and I learned my lesson.
Yeah, yeah,
And then Doug Wooten
yeah.
decided to do that as well, but not with him. He got Chris Trent to do it.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, why twice in 1 year?
Yeah, poor Bub took it twice.
Yeah, but bounced back and
Yeah,
made it through.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But those
yeah.
are 2 guys that I really looked up to. They went to OU.
Yeah.
Kind of got their name out there just by their talents. I know back then nobody was
Right,
really looking
right.
down here for West Jackson got.
Yeah.
But yeah, well, and just the success the program was once again having.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The mighty coach.
Which I'm sure at that time somebody was coming down here. West Jackson got. They had
Yeah.
a great
Sure.
program
I mean,
back then.
You had Coach
Still
Reynolds,
have a great
Shane
program,
Wolford,
right.
you know,
Unreal talent on that
Joey
team.
Bolt, you know, just all those guys.
Yep.
I mean, I know that's one of the teams that comes
Right.
to mind when you think of Ironman football.
Yep.
It might be the team when you think Ironman football.
Right.
But there's some other great teams that come to mind as well. But yeah, I mean,
McKenna Kraft.
McKenna Kraft, man, she is a 7-4 legend in the making.
Ain't no doubt.
Yeah, already a 2-time state champion, looking to go
Wow.
4-time state champion in wrestling.
Yeah.
Unreal.
You're talking about gambling. That's a bet I would put.
Yeah.
That's a.
I don't
That's a
anticipate,
lot.
And you know,
barring a God forbid an injury or something.
Yeah,
right?
no,
I said, God
yeah,
forbid,
we don't want that. Or
I don't
anything.
I don't really watch much
I mean-
high school wrestling, but I tuned in for her matches at state for sure.
Oh, absolutely. She's
unbelievable.
Yeah.
She's unreal.
Unbelievable,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, she's gonna be a Jackson legend.
Yeah.
7-4 legend.
Yeah. And one of the things I know we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, man. But one of the things I'm excited to discuss is some of the local names and some of the local sports.
Yeah.
That we
as
are
it
going to be
happens.
talking
Yeah.
about kind of as this show we extend the running time and as we grow
Yeah.
and
Yep.
you know we start doing some of these things. But we are going to be touching, on 7-4 sports. That's going to happen. I'm excited for that, man. I know there's a lot of local talent out there, like you said, just waiting to be found.
Yeah.
And not even waiting to be found. A lot of these they're around us already. We know they exist. They're teams and athletes I'm looking forward to.
Right.
To
High school camps going on right now for
I know,
football.
man. I know. We just did a youth camp at Huntington for the boys over the weekend. It was a blast. I didn't see who was speaking. They had a former New England Patriot
Oh, nice.
speaking. The kids had a great time. That was something that was super cool.
Recently had Tommy Eichenberg
Yeah,
speak at their camp.
Yeah, current Buckeye linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, current Buckeye linebacker, man.
We always
So-
had
Stayed another
George.
year, actually.
Didn't George, he come down to
Yeah.
talk to us a few times, I
Yeah.
believe.
Yeah.
You had Eddie
I
Jordan?
believe so, yeah.
We had Beanie
Don't.
Wells.
Yeah.
And
Don't do it.
the
Don't
moment
do it.
whenever one of our buddies asked Laurinaitis
Oh,
the
okay.
question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. I thought you were going into Anthony Munoz.
No, we
From
won't.
venturing to CS. Anthony Munoz is a touchy subject. So we'll talk about Anthony Munoz later. We actually had a friend who had the opportunity to meet James Laurinaitis.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh.
And,
yes.
and
Still a friend.
And still a friend. Still a friend.
Don't know how, but he is.
We'll tell you who it was
Okay.
here afterwards. And we might even air it out here at some point, give him the opportunity to come on and tell his side of the
Okay.
story.
Yeah.
But,
Well, I know.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, you
oh
will.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. But he asked James Laurinaitis a risque question at best. Which was, if I'm not mistaken, do you get a lot of girls at Ohio State?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of the generic or the kind of the
Yeah.
easy version.
Yeah, and it was awesome because
Yeah.
I just knew that
Yeah.
was a stupid question.
That's kind of the
my.
PG-13 version.
Okay.
But you know, everybody
I'm
just
interested
wanted,
in the response.
Everybody wanted to just let him have his moment, so we just let him be.
And we let him be.
And I can't remember what Laurinaitis said exactly.
He shrugged it off and kind of
Yeah.
smiled and continued. He was signing autographs, so he kind of
Okay.
shrugged it off and smiled and kind of went about it. But it
He
was
was
a very
like, yeah, I
it was
kind
very-
of stay away from that.
Yeah, it was a
Okay,
very
okay.
tactful answer, and I
Well, that's
remember
good.
he was in a button up that day, had it folded up 2010 style.
Yeah,
and
just ripped.
just ripped to
Right.
the
Just,
core.
yeah.
And
Just
I'm
an animal.
thinking, Tyler, come on, man, come on, better
Well,
questions.
there too it is.
Better questions.
All right.
Oh.
So
Tyler Williams, everybody.
Maybe we'll wear it out now.
I will be honest, I probably
Sorry.
could have guessed it. if you
Sorry,
gave me three
sorry.
guesses.
Yeah, honestly,
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the next part where he says, "I get it, a lot of diseases."
Yeah.
Well, that probably would have gave it away.
Yeah, that happened too.
But-
so
You can always count on Tyler for one great comment or
Yeah.
question.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
That's why we appreciate him. That's why
Tyler,
we
I'm
stay
sorry.
friends with him so long.
I'm sorry, man, but hey, I'm gonna give you the opportunity to come sit right beside Robin. Just,
Yeah.
and air it out, man.
Nonchalantly
Just
spit it out.
we gotta know why you asked. We gotta know why you asked. So we'll get you on here, man. Sorry for airing out your laundry. Tyler's happily
Oh man,
engaged.
that
now
lasted
with
1
children.
minute.
So yeah, we did our best, man. We did our best, but
Yeah, we will.
But yeah,
we will
so-
talk high school sports.
talk
and
high school sports.
I'm
We're
excited
going
for
to do
that.
all of that, and I know you're excited for high school sports. But I know that you're also, because you haven't stopped talking about it.
I haven't brought it up.
You haven't stopped talking about it.
I haven't brought it up once.
Hang on.
I've heard it a lot.
No, all you've talked about since the show has begun is the cards.
Yeah.
So now
I'm
we're going to give
talking
you
about
a
cards.
moment. We're going to transition into one of our favorite segments here. We've got the weekly finds.
Let's go.
The weekly
Heck
finds.
yeah. It's time.
So we are going to be joined by our quick buddy, Marshawn.
The Marshawn?
The Marshawn.
The
Marshawn.
He's going to join us briefly here, and we're going to be right back on the 740 Sports Show.
I'm here so I'll get fined. I'm here so I'll get fined. I'm here so I'll get fined.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 740 Sports Show. I hope you're enjoying the show so far. We got Bub beside me. We got Rob beside me, man. We got so much going on. We've talked about a lot so far. Marshawn brought us into Bubba's favorite, man. Bubba's
Yeah, I was
favorite.
excited to hear about Marshawn.
Yeah, man.
And then I got to see him.
Yeah. Marshawn was joining us, man, and I kind of kept it a secret from
What
you
was
guys.
he there for?
Marshawn was he was joining us on our weekly finds.
Oh, he was there just so he...
Just quickly bringing us into the just a quick hey man, hey Marshawn, I need you to just record this and
Gotcha.
and then
Yeah.
hang out and
He was there to get fined.
He was there to get fined.
He's here
That's-
for the fines. So and as are we. So and if you're just joining us, this is going to be the portion of the show dedicated to our kind of our sports card collection.
Yeah.
Something that we do is a passionate kind of hobby
Right.
on the side. It's going to be not necessarily the meat and taters of the show, but probably going to be the bread and maybe some other goodies. I would
Like
say.
butter.
Or if you're Rob, you'll be like the bowl of milk that the cake's sitting in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
I think you've recently tried this, right?
I did, and it's good, but it's still your idea. So
So you got a...
I'm not. It's not
so it's
my
diabetic
fault.
when it's my, when I'm
Yeah,
doing
it's
it. but
your
it ain't when
it's
you're
your
doing
fault.
it.
Yes. Yeah. I'm reformed, Rob.
Okay, and we gotta get this turned around, man. We gotta get this turned around.
Yeah,
Back to
yeah,
Bubba.
yeah.
Bubba, you're looking forward to this, man.
Oh yeah,
You're
I'm
looking forward
absolutely
to this.
hyped
The
for
weekly finds, man. We're going to show you guys some of what we picked up recently in our personal sports cards collections. Some of it, you know, we're not attached to, you know,
Right.
and some of it we are. We are, just quite frankly.
Yeah.
So we're going to be showing you a little bit of all of it. Some of it we're not necessarily attached to, but we have other endeavors for, which we'll talk about. So, Rob, this is something that you've been doing a little while longer than we have here.
Yeah, during COVID, back in 2020, I kind of picked it up, which was Burrow's rookie year. And
Yeah, I wish I would have started with you.
Yeah,
man,
The
what
more
a
I think
time
about
to-
it,
Yeah,
but
what a time.
it was a time, but man, that's when prices really started to skyrocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was unfortunate, but
Yeah.
so it was hard. It was difficult to get into, and then even you're paying a large amount of money for a box that you might not even get a hit in.
Oh, yeah.
And pay for itself, but that's just a risk you take.
Yep.
It's fun ripping that wax. It's addictive.
Oh, it is. It
Man,
is.
it's the feeling. It's
it
all
is.
of it.
You get
Everything.
hooked very quickly.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
But I started back then. I had quite the collection, and then just recently, you know, we talked about it, and so I was like, I dug some things out, and it was cool to see the progression of the cards that I kept that were rookies then, that see what they are now. Some of them here, some of them way down here.
I think I know a few of your cards you're talking about.
yeah, but
Yeah.
so it's been fun getting everything back out and getting started with you guys and being able to
Yeah.
keep this going and
Yeah, get
sit
it back
around
up and
talk
running.
Yeah, man.
and you know, BS about some cards and have fun doing it.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's like Bubba said. I wish we would have started around that time. Because
Yeah.
it's such an exciting time,
It was.
especially NFL. But we started a little more recently than that, probably over the last 6 months to a year.
Yeah.
Has kind of been our window here, man. And we started with the Twins and Friends shop, really out of Jackson.
Yeah, that was the big one that kind of got me
Yeah.
into card collecting.
Marcus and Noah, the guys over there, they've got their own Facebook page. Check
Yeah.
them out. But they used to be Twins and Friends in Jackson,
Right.
and they closed down shop there. They're still doing a lot of things virtually. If
Right.
you would. Got a super killer Facebook group if you're into breaks and rises
Yeah.
and all those things. But super cool guys. They were super helpful.
Yeah.
Just a delight to be around. They kind of gave us a little bit of the lingo and knowledge that we needed to kind of progress and continue our
Yeah,
collection.
they were very straight shooters with
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And there's just so many of those people locally.
Yeah.
And like
Uh-huh.
that's such a cool thing about cards locally. Like it's such a cool community. Like there's nobody.
Well, it's what the hobby's
really
about,
rocking
you know.
the boat.
You want to
Yeah,
you want to
yeah.
be the kind of people that it's just like, man, I like this card, and it's not
Yeah.
really about money. It's about the hobby.
That's
you know
it.
what I mean?
Yeah,
It's
yeah, exactly.
Genuine people that
That's
aren't
it.
worried about the dollar, but
Right.
you know, just the collecting aspect of it.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct. So, Bob, I know that they were a big one for you as well.
Yeah,
Is there
'cause-
anything else that's really.
I know initially Rob asked me to get into it on the golf course, and I shot him down with
Yeah.
full intent to never get into it.
He shot me down like most of the women.
Yeah, I
we've
won't
been
go
with.
into what I said.
Just- just-
And then actually, you tried to get me started. What, like a year ago?
Yeah.
Probably a few months before I actually got into it, and I shot you down as well.
Yeah.
But no, once I went to Twins and Friends and kind of seen what it was all about, seen
Yeah.
the cards and the cases,
Yeah.
and saw the blasters and the.
And then actually got to open, you're like, man, this is a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
and then I saw you open up that auto right off the
Yeah.
bat. That was the first blaster
The
that
easy,
you opened around me. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask. I mean, so that's kind of how we got into. So what is it that keeps you into it? So like for you, Rob, what is it that just keeps you into the hobby?
Man, it's just like any type of gambling
Yeah.
or whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
kind
It's
of
just a
risk
chase.
reward.
It's a chase of
Yeah.
you're trying to get this,
Yeah.
and you know, it's just the chase.
See,
for it.
that's what's crazy because I'm so different than that, man.
Yeah.
Like it's so different for me. Like for me, it's about A, the athlete, right?
Okay.
Like who it is, but B, like the artwork. I love
Right,
the artwork.
yeah, the artwork.
Like I love the illusions. I like the back of the cards. Like I want to know the story.
Okay.
Like I see all that stuff and
Yeah,
they'll
that-
make fun of me for it, but like
No,
that's just what I'm not make fun of me, but like,
No, it's cool.
because it's
No,
just so
I'll make
different.
fun of him.
Like
Yeah.
he'll just be like, well, words.
Yeah, I just shrug them
He's
off.
like, where are the numbers?
Yeah,
or
that's
are
not
there
mine.
numbers?
Yeah, that's not mine. Yeah,
I guess
numbers
I
and
could say-
scribblies.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
Yeah, he
I
gives
used to do
numbers.
that whenever I was younger, like when I was like collected growing up.
Same height, different age. We get it.
Yeah. So, but anyway,
Dang, that's tough.
it is tough. I mean, he ain't lying, but
Hey, I got you. Hey, thanks for joining us.
yeah, no problem.
Oh, dang! You can do that on air too.
Sure. There you
Eric gives knuckles out before we start, so I appreciate
As a
it,
way
knuckles.
to make sure that we are all
Already.
prepared as we always
Yeah,
are.
now-
But he has been
There you go.
forgetting the knuckles,
There you
and
go.
then I have been presenting the
Yeah,
knuckles, and he has been not presenting his
Yeah.
knuckles.
Okay.
So it's been a little wonky today.
Hey,
Yeah.
we are always never prepared. That's what's important. We're consistent.
No doubt.
We
Yeah,
are consistent.
consistency is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were actually going to put another number at 7-4 at our sports show, but we just left it at 0.
Yeah, man.
Okay, I don't know why I'm going with
Yeah,
that.
do what he's talking about.
I
Somebody
had to
above
blame
some
it in last.
plastic.
Oh well.
Anyway, that one's out of here. Rob, back to people who can form coherent sentences.
Yeah, so you were talking about what you like about cards, like reading them and things like that. And chase, when I say chase, I was talking like chasing
Yeah,
rainbows.
we know you don't mean running.
Yeah, running's not an option. Like my body was built to go 10 yards and stop.
Your body was built to stop.
That's
I'll
tough.
chase you any day, bub.
And you'll lose.
I
Oh!
won't.
You will. You're rolling.
Oh!
100% rolling ankle.
Oh.
A high ankle sprain, patty
Oh,
style.
this
before
one
you
has
win.
to end in
too
a handshake.
quick.
Yeah, you're 280.
But it doesn't matter how heavy I am. I get going. These little legs,
Yeah, they don't go anywhere.
they do quickly.
No, they don't. That's why you've been in that suit.
But anyways,
Man's tough.
back to the card.
Okay, yeah, back to the card. Sorry,
I
Rob.
need to remind
That's
you.
our friendship. We
Yeah.
love each other. We don't.
Our
need-
longtime great friend, Rob.
Yeah, that's why I can say it to you.
So back to the card, chasing rainbows.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So whenever you get a card that's got, they're all numbered and out of a certain different number, like 15, 25, things like that. They're all different colored, and so to be able to complete that set, that's also a cool chase. Even if it's a player you don't like whenever I started collecting Anthony Schwartz.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
collected
that's
a lot of
tough.
Anthony Schwartz.
Tough pill to swallow.
It was, but
No, but you got me with the T. Higgins rainbow. Actually.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know what it was, and then you told me about it, and there I was getting a T. Higgins timeless rainbow.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I remember you being so excited to get that last one too.
Oh yeah, because I
So
actually
hyped.
ordered the wrong one before.
Yeah, man. Like he
And
was
then-
so ready to get that last one. He was just ripping. He was like, "Oh, dude."
and that's what what it's about,
Yeah.
that hobby, that
Yeah.
chase to get
Yeah,
complete
a
something.
little
get something.
adrenaline rush.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Right,
Just
right.
a tad of this.
Yeah,
but,
just a tack.
But also just some of this, and it's crazy, how different we can all be, and how the hobby pulls you in for one
Yeah, man.
reason
Yeah,
or another.
absolutely.
But we gotta show the people though, man. They're not here to hear us talk about cards. They're here to hear us
So I
talk
think-
about cards. Does that make sense?
Yes.
No, you said the exact
Very
same
so
thing.
clear.
No, you said the exact same
I
thing.
did.
Yeah.
I'm guessing they're here exactly for that reason.
I was doing it.
Yeah, you had me all walked out. Let's just get into the
Let's
cards.
get into the cards, man. Let's get into the cards. But
So-
what do we have, man?
So before I
what do
show
we
you
got?
the
Where
first
are we
one.
going? Yeah,
We did pull a select 22-23 basketball
this was hype.
mega box
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah, we
Uh,
actually recorded that one as
yeah.
well. We'll plug a video and a link to that, so we'll make sure that everyone has an opportunity to check them out. That was fun.
As well as these cards that we're going to show you.
Yeah, we actually
Yeah.
we
So
actually
he's
pulled
going
it
with it,
because
though.
of Rob.
Yeah.
We were very sad before we pulled it.
Yeah, we were sad.
Yeah.
And then we cheered up once we pulled it.
Right.
Because I pulled a Chet Holmgren rookie select cracked ice,
Nice.
and it is a blue collar match as well.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is a card I'm very excited for.
Yes. We're so
Not
excited.
numbered or anything, but
His
just
stock's
still-
only going up, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He had
He
a
had
great summer league,
An unbelievable summer league, man. He
Nice.
impacts the game,
and it's still his rookie year.
dude. Yeah, he
I
took
wish I
the
could
year
tell you
off.
who he plays for, but
Plays for OKC.
Yeah, the Thunder.
Came in last year, took the year off, gained 13, 14, 15 pounds, whatever
Yeah.
we read. Had a great summer league, impacted the game offensively, but defensively, dude, he is astounding to watch.
Okay.
A lot of fun. Yeah, it's the second Chet we've been super excited to pull.
Yeah, the first we have another Chet rookie cracked ice, pink
Yep.
cracked ice that
Nice.
we have sent to
hey,
PSA right
start a rainbow.
Yep. Yep.
That's that could
that could
be-
get dangerous.
that could get crazy.
That could get
That's a li-
dangerous.
that might
Chase,
probably
That
out
could get
of
dangerous.
probably out of
Yeah. Yeah.
my first rating
But
right now.
another, that's a super cool card.
Yeah, that was probably one of the more exciting pools we had.
Definitely,
And then the second one is this Leaf Studio
Yeah.
King Griffey card, and I just really like it because everybody else's cards were very like prim and very proper, and he's just
Yeah.
sitting there with a bat and a t-shirt chewing bubble gum with his back hat,
Yeah.
or a hat backwards. So
Yeah.
that honestly probably one of the coolest cards that I've pulled so far.
Yeah, man.
Griffey
yeah.
being Griffey.
Just Griffey being
Yeah,
Griffey.
just-
the way we all remember him as a
Yeah,
kid, man.
absolutely. I
Yeah,
just
everybody
really-
wanted that.
Everybody.
Probably my
everybody
favorite
wanted that swing.
baseball player too, so
Yeah.
loved his swing. Just
Oh,
smooth as butter whenever
yeah.
he was at Cincinnati. I loved it.
I just remember all the older people, 2 hands on the bat, you know.
Yeah, man, it was
You
just
couldn't
butter.
tell me nothing of wiffle
Yeah,
ball.
right.
My dad, man, oh boy, couldn't tell me nothing of wiffle ball. It was
I didn't
over.
like baseball.
Yeah.
It was over. You could
Well,
like
back
it.
then you wasn't exactly.
Wiffle ball was awesome.
Right.
Oh, man.
When you would
Shape
take that
on the
wiffle ball
baseball.
up and
Oh, man,
hit
that's-
home runs at the neighbor's house.
Man, some good days of wiffle ball, man. Those some
Yeah,
good days
anytime
of
with the
wiffle
metal
ball.
bat though, it was just
We
not
used
been
to,
good.
so like, I swear that this attributed to, I was never a gray hair, but it attributed to
No.
being able to coach a little bit. We would actually like try to mimic swings of players, right?
Yeah.
So like we'd sit and pick players up, like draft them.
Yeah,
and we'd
Rafael
mimic their
Palmeira. I would
swings.
never remember his name before, other than that.
Yeah, and then you'd have to hit like that player, and then you'd have to run like them. Like you could only be as fast
Him
as that
and
player.
Ichiro
was.
Suzuki were
Ichiro
really-
Suzuki, I was getting a base hit on Bub every time. Sometimes I was legging too.
I
It was
never
what it was,
just picked
man.
Ichiro because I knew there was no reason.
There was
It's not like I was
Bubba's
going to
like,
run faster
I'm
or
not
slower.
going to utilize
At least I could pick a big guy and swing hard still.
So Bubba was like, okay, I guess I'll go David Ortiz.
David
leading
Ortiz.
off.
Yeah, and if you think I'm bunting, no
No
chance.
chance.
Button.
No
Oh,
chance,
that's
man. But that's how we all remember Ken Griffey, man. I
Yeah.
think it's so interesting because we sit here and you're like, I want autos, I want low prints, and then here you are
Yeah.
picking these two, man. So it's so interesting,
Right.
man.
Yeah, absolutely. But honestly, that was really the only two I had to show off this week.
Yeah.
Super excited for him, especially Chet. I think probably going to send that off to a PSA.
Yeah. Yeah, Chet's going to PSA. It's a super
Sure.
clean card, man. We looked it over. We looked it over about 5 to 7 minutes, more than I should. Like
Right.
much longer than a person
It
should
should
look
take,
over
yeah.
any card. It's going to PSA for sure.
Absolutely.
Another one that we ripped from that pack, man, I'm super excited about. I'm a LeBron collector.
Okay.
So super hyped about. We also pulled a concourse LeBron, and this is a silver hollow. This one's going straight to PSA as well. Just like I said, LeBron.
Yeah.
Man.
Really like that card.
Yeah, I mean it's LeBron from the year that he breaks the all-time scoring record.
Okay.
That, you pull sitting in a basement with your brother.
Right.
Like, what do you do with that
Yeah,
card?
that's
You
cool.
send it to PSA. You may or may not, based on the grade, you may or may not sell it.
And I do just want to bring it up real quick,
Yeah,
if
go
anybody
ahead.
has any ideas out there.
Go ahead.
Like, as far as those cards, like calling them hollows, because I think for Select you call that a prism.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
I just wanted to know if people had any clarity or anything.
Yeah, man, I mean-
Preference for what they call Select or.
Yeah.
I think it's just all either been silvers or hollows is all
Right.
anything I've really heard.
Yeah.
Right.
But, yeah.
And if you do, correct us.
Yeah.
By all means.
We're all
please. We're
learning
not
every day.
experts.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I
know,
don't. Yeah.
Rob kills it in the card game every day. He doesn't have time to study the lingo.
Kind of.
He
Pretty much.
doesn't. He doesn't.
Except
If you
for-
go, and trust me, if you visit Rob at work, he'll be hard at work. I can promise
Hard at
you.
work, baby.
I can promise you.
Phone calls.
Yeah.
No, switching gears back to this though, man. Another one as a Steelers guy, growing up
Yeah.
as a Big Ben guy. I found a Big Ben Spectrum football. I have no idea what this one would be. Some sort of hollow as well. It's a very unique design. We'll post a picture of the card as well. But super cool card, numbered to 25.
Yeah.
Love the card.
Lowest bin number. we
Lowest
have
bin
right
number, yeah, it's the lowest print number bin that we've got.
see it?
I'm very intrigued by that one. Just a
Yeah,
pretty
nice.
card, man. Really likes that one.
Spectrum, yeah.
We'll probably send that one off as well. And
Definitely a PC though, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like I said, until for the time being. So,
Yeah.
so I'm pretty careful with that part of it. So like, I'll keep 10 of this and 10 of this
Yeah.
and 10 of this, and then like I'll whatever isn't in my PC until I can at least establish a larger one.
Right.
Get rid of. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So, that for the time being, that one's in, man, because
Yep.
it's just such a unique card. And then I actually found this one locally, 8-Bit Buddy and 8-Bit Buddy in Waverly.
Okay.
Guys down there, super cool guys, Mike and Eddie, those guys down there, super cool, super helpful. I was able to find an express lane, Jamal Murray, and super cool card because I snagged it, got home. Like I'm a Jamal Murray fan, man. Like I love the way he plays the game. Doesn't defend like Kobe, but like I see him do so
Right.
many things with his mid range and like his handles on the ball,
Yeah.
like Kobe. Please don't
won't say that's a
misconstrue
hot
that. Please don't misconstrue that. I just love seeing him and Nikola Jokic play because it reminds me so much of Kobe Shaq. So super cool card, but get home, really start looking it over, and I realize it's numbered to 149 on the back.
Right.
So I'm super hyped about
Yeah.
that. So I take
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'm like, Bob, let's go. It's numbered on the back. So I don't know
Yeah.
if I showed it to you or not, but
Man, that's
just,
awesome.
nothing crazy about it. Express lane, Jamal Murray.
But those inserts, I love those inserts.
Cool story, man, and if you find a guy like that, and then you get that rush.
Yeah.
You get the rush.
Trying to
Oh,
get
wait,
it
it's
in.
numbered.
Yep.
So super cool there, but cool store in Waverly, man. Everybody check them out as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to go there one day.
We've mentioned a couple stores just because I don't know if I'll have an opportunity again. Found a lot of really nice, especially NBA stuff, man. Underground Card Zone here in Chillicothe.
Okay.
Don't know the address for sure. Over near Wits. They do a great job with basketball inserts. They also have their own grading. Kyle
Okay.
does grading with them. Super cool store, so feel free to check them out as well. But that's it for me, Rob.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
so let's go ahead and see what,
Now I know
what
Rob
the
got
Rob
a nice
has.
little pile in this week.
So
Yeah, just spill the water.
Spill them all. Glad they're in
Oh.
cases.
Oh. No.
But yeah,
I
so
didn't get anything.
I've got into I don't know if you guys have heard of the app, Whatnot. But
Yeah, whatnot.
yeah, so I've got into that, watching some breaks and things like that. That's kind of what I did back in 2020.
Some breaks are a lot of breaks.
No, I've just been doing some here. What's cool about them is a lot of the breaks I did back in 2020 was just actual hobby box breaks, things like
Yeah.
that. This one, they actually have different ones where you can do hobby box breaks or single slabs or
Yeah, okay,
live
that's cool.
slabs or just single cards, and it's not a live auction.
Yeah.
So I got a couple cards for a few bucks. I thought was a great steal.
Yeah.
Some that I'm going to PC, some I may not. These ones that I got today, I'm probably not But I'll start off with I got a classics. It's not a rookie, but it's out of '99 Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I like
It's a
that
super
card.
clean card, I thought.
I do. Yeah, that is a nice card.
Yeah, there it is.
It looks very well centered and things like that. So that might be one we either PSA and
Yeah.
Absolutely.
and sell or something like that. And my next one is a Tools of the Trade out of Absolute Football out of 15 at Jameson Winston with about 5 disgusting patches.
5
We
patches.
love a J-Mo Winston.
But hey,
5 patches.
Jameis
love
Winston
Jameis.
is a legend. The 30 for 30 season
Yeah.
Yeah.
was legendary. I
Man,
mean, you can't.
If he
you
was
can't
on
make
that show
up,
quarterback, boy, that
Oh,
would have been fun to go. His behind the scenes,
Man.
see him get the eye surgery.
Yeah.
You know, eat them W's or something. But
Yeah. W's and pocket crab legs, man. W's and pocket crab legs.
He's had an exciting career.
Yeah.
but I thought I got that for a couple bucks. I thought any card out of 15,
Yeah.
I'd love to have. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, and I mean, let's not forget his impact on college football, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, say what
Yeah,
you
he
want to
was
say
a national
about him.
champion, then
National
had
champion.
one of
Yeah.
the most hilarious fumbles the
Well,
next year.
forget all that. The way he played the game in college, man, you had to like him.
And he
You
did it
just
all
couldn't-
blind. Which is
Yeah,
wild.
which is- it's wild. It's wild. Once he figured out he could see, he still threw the ball to the wrong team.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But
it is
he's
what it is.
such a meme.
It is what it
He's
is.
just a meme. He is the
We
memeiest
love
Heisman.
him, man.
Did he win a Heisman?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
memeiest
Heisman Trophy winner,
winner
national
ever.
champion from
Really?
Florida State.
Who else?
Manziel.
Manziel was a dude, and he's on Bob Does Sports.
He was on Bob. That was pretty
He's a
cool.
dude.
He's a dog.
Shout out Bob Does Sports.
Yeah.
They don't know
Great
who we
show.
are, but I love
They have no idea who we are, but man, one day.
No idea.
One day, we hope they do.
Oh, a little 3v3.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be kind of dope.
Yeah.
That'd be kind of dope.
I would love, dude. That would be such a cool day.
Yes. And I guarantee you, I would if. Now we all know this isn't true, but if I was to make a putt, I'm doing the Perez to the Perez.
Yeah, the little Euro stats.
Yes.
Oh,
You're
okay.
all, yeah, you and him share a card.
That's a big card.
Eric and Bob share a card. I'll take Joey Diaz.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
okay.
CBD.
Okay. We'll make it work.
All right. Oh, so my last card is Darnell Washington. So he just got drafted by Pittsburgh Steelers. Which how do you feel about that? You think him and Pat? Or?
I love anything defensive coming out of Georgia.
Well, he's a tight end.
Yes.
Oh,
luckily
well.
you ain't.
I love anything offensive coming out of Georgia. I'm sorry. I thought he was one of those defensive guys out of Georgia that went early in the draft. I was mistaken. He is the guy we traded up for.
Roger.
So he's not even the one we traded up for early. Or he is the one that we traded up for.
He is. He traded up in the second round.
Listen, this is why I'm telling you. We go to Pittsburgh August 6th.
Yeah. You can learn the players at the training camp.
We'll figure it all out then.
Oh,
We'll
God.
figure it all out then. Obviously, not well versed.
Right.
On much
On this
Steelers
year's draft, at least.
Hey, you got a month.
Steelers
You got a
draft.
month.
Not much,
Transition.
but the least of my concerns as a Steelers fan is the tight end position.
Yeah.
Just to be frank, between what we've got going on at quarterback and with it being kind of a
Hopefully they
big
figure
year
running
for
back.
Najee, with it being kind of a make or break year there. So
I know I was really big on Darnell Washington as a Bengals fan.
Yeah.
I was pretty upset when the Steelers traded up and got him.
yeah, well, if that's I know that
I think they traded up.
if that's the one that we were actually at the pub the night of the draft.
He
Yeah,
probably
and
doesn't remember.
We were supposed to stick around until Pittsburgh drafted.
Yep.
But we kicked it out early. So
Yeah.
so forgive me a little bit on this because we
No.
left early. Now Greg, I've had 3
No, and then we got because I was worried about them trading.
Right, correct. That's where I'm
Yeah.
going with this.
Oh yeah.
So if you'd like to tell me, no, I'm just
No, go ahead.
No. So we ended up actually taking a friend home, thinking we're not worried about it. We'll have time to get home before Pittsburgh drafts. It's all good. And we get a call from a friend. And he goes, "Hey, Pittsburgh's drafted. They're taking a tight end out of it. Well, that's this time. I think I was able to recall. They're taking the tight end out of Georgia. And yeah. So I remember thinking, no, I don't really know what's going on now either. So nothing's changed in 3 months. Didn't know what's going on then. Still don't. August 6th, hopefully I figure it all out.
Yeah.
But
I think he's going to be a great.
Or by
player.
then.
yeah,
Yeah.
before then.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
He'll be calling out players ain't even on the Steelers.
Go Roethlisberger, man. You're killing it out there. Killing it, man.
Joe Montana was a quarter
Joe
quarterback
Montaigne.
crazy
I
stuff.
said Joe Montaigne.
Oh man. But
yeah.
no, I do like
Yeah.
that leaf guard.
Yeah, that was a
Darnell
cool
Washington
find.
is awesome.
Yeah, that was all I had for this week was those
Yeah,
3
man.
cards, and I'm looking forward to getting some more.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah, well, obviously we've got a lot more searching to do. We've got a lot more researching to do.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So before I go ahead and stick my foot in my mouth up to the ankle at this point, Bob,
Okay.
what do we got? I mean, it's been a good one. It's been a good one.
Yeah, it's been a great one. It's been a
Yeah.
great pilot episode.
Yeah, I loved it. I'm glad
Hey,
you
there's
guys have
nothing
me.
pilot about
Can't
it.
wait.
The people are seeing it.
They are.
The people are seeing it. We're giving them what they want. We're
Hopefully.
giving them
Oh
what they
yeah.
want.
And if not,
We're
And a
giving them
lot
what
of
we
what they
want.
don't.
yeah,
And a lot of
what
what they
we
don't.
want, and then they can just
And a
take it
lot
and
of
run
what
with
they
it,
don't. And a
or
lot
they
of
can,
what
you
they
know.
don't. But yeah. But no, man, this has been a lot of fun. Rob,
Yes.
I like I said, man, I know it's a lot for you to be able to hang with us.
Yeah,
you know,
my
after
wife's.
work,
I'm
so.
sitting here. My wife just called me twice. So
And
Is
you
that all?
recorded twice. Hopefully she
I
doesn't
did.
watch
I did
this.
accidentally
You
silence
just
it
sold
twice.
yourself
Hey,
out.
right now priority. Hopefully everything's okay. Usually everything's fine.
Oh yeah,
I'm not-
prioritize
If you
this
had
over
more
your
calls.
wife and 3 kids that you want to keep reminding
No.
me about.
Hey, man, I got a basement. I got a basement. if you
These
need a
couches are
place.
comfortable, but not that comfortable. I love my
You
family.
can have this
so,
one, it's
yeah.
a little smaller.
But
There
yeah.
we go. Well, I'm glad you were able to be with us here, man. And thank you for joining us.
Hey, we'll be back next
Hey,
week with our weekly finds.
Thanks for joining us. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. This
Should we
has been
have-
a fun episode?
Marshawn, take it out.
Marshawn, if Marshawn's going to lead us out of here, I don't have any problem with that. So Marshawn, get us out of here, man. The 740 Sports Show. Rob, thanks for coming down. Bob, thanks for
Absolutely.
joining us.
Thanks for
And,
joining us, everyone.
we hope that you tune in again for the next episode, hopefully next week.